dugsiga boardingka iyo maalinlaha ah ee Amano boarding and day.
Good morning, grade 3s, back at home. Welcome to our social study lesson. This is our fourth lesson, and today's topic is resources and economic activities. Now, and our subtopic is resources in our district. We want to learn about the resources in our district. First, what are resources? What are resources? What are these things we're talking resources in our district? So we say resources are things we need and use them every day. These are the things you use it every day. For example, we also say some resources are not created by people. They are natural resources. They are not made by me. They are not made by any person. They are just made by Allah. So that's why we call them the natural resources. We just find them. They just find them. They are there. For example, types of resources we have. Number one, we have forest. Number one, we have forest. These are resources in our district, and we know very well forest is made up of many trees. So forests are resources in our district. These are the things we need every day. We need the forest every day. Why? Because one, the forest will give us the wood we make the furniture. The forest is also the home for wild animals. So they are important resources in our district. Number two of the resources we have soil. Number two, we have soil, and we have three types of soil. We have the clay soil. We have the clay soil. We have the loam soil, and we have the sand soil. Now, clay soil is used for modeling. If you want to model or you want to make something using the soil, you use the clay soil. We have the sand soil, which is used for building or maybe constructing a house. If you need to construct a house, you use the sand soil. And then we have the loam soil, which is very important to us. Why? Now, this loam soil is used for planting crops. If you want to grow your crops, you use the loam soil. So we say we have three types of soil: loam soil, sand soil, and clay soil. We grow different types of crops on a fertile soil. Now, if you have your soil, now this is the loam soil. We say the loam soil is used for planting, for farming. Now, if your soil is very fertile, you can grow many different types of crops, and they do very well. So we can also improve the quality of our soil by adding manure from the animals. What are manures? These are the animal waste. Maybe the animal was where the animals sleep, you go and sweep, then that's whatever you collect there, you go and pour in there in your garden. So by doing that, you're making your soil to be fertile and making the soil very good, because now if you plant anything in a fertile soil, what you're going to get there, you're going to have good harvest. Number three, we have, you can see, before you go to number three, these are the crops grown in a fertile soil. You can see the way they are doing very well. They are very strong, they are healthy. So if you do planting in a fertile soil, you have good harvest. Number three, we have animals. We have animals, and we know very well we have two types of animals. We have the domestic animal, and we have the wild animals. The domestic animals, these are the animals we keep at home, while the domestic animals, these are the animals you'll find them in the forest. For example, the domestic animal, we have the cat, we have the dog, we have the hen. These are the animals we find them at home. Then, for example, of the wild animals, we have the lion, we have giraffe, we have the snake. These are the animals you get them in the forest. So we have two types of animals, that is the domestic, and we have the wild animals. They are very important to us in one way or the other. Some of the domestic animals we have, like the dog gives us security at home. The hen will give us the eggs and the meat. The cat, the cow gives us the milk. So they are very important to us. The wild animals, they attract the tourists. they'll make the tourists to come to our country to see them. So by the tourists come to our country, we get the money which the government can use either to build the schools or hospitals. Number 4, we have people. We have different types of people in our district. People do different work to improve our lives in the society. For example, we have the doctors. What is the work of the doctor? The work of the doctor is to take care of the sick people. So we have people like doctor, we have the teacher. And what is the work of the teacher? The work of the teacher is to teach the pupils at school. We have farmers. We have other people like farmers. What is the work of the farmer? The farmer works in the farm. The work of the farm is to keep the animals and to grow the crops. So we also have many different people. We have also the pilot, we have the nurses, we have the fishermen. All these people in our district, by doing this job, they are creating resources for us. By doing their work, we'll have the money to be able to get what we need. Number 5, we have minerals. Number 5, we have the minerals, and we know minerals, these are things found under the ground or in water. For example of the minerals, we have the limestone, we have the salt, we have gold, we have diamond. These are the examples of the mineral we have in our district. Now, we say minerals are found under the ground while others are found in water. Examples of minerals in our district, we have the salt, we have gold, we have limestone, and we have the diamond. Now, the salt. What is the work of the salt? The salt, we had it in the food. Just the way you prepare the food and you hand the salt, that's the salt you're talking about. Then the limestone is used to make cement. The cement now, the one you use for building the house. You want to construct your house, you go to where you get the cement and you come and build your house. So the limestone is the one which is used to make the cement. So these minerals are resources in our district. If we have this one, if we don't have the limestone, where will we get the cement for building the house from? If we don't have the salt, where we going to have how will our food have tasty? So the resources are very important to have. Number 6, we have water and fish. We know very well water is very important for both animals, people, and plants. We people, we need water for drinking, for cooking, and for washing. Animals, they need water for drinking. Also, there are some of the animals that live in water, like the fish and the shark. They live in water. Also, the plants, they need water for them to grow well. If you fail to water your plants, what will happen to your plants? The plants will die. So water is a very important resource for both animals, people, and plants. We also have fish, and we know fish is it's a source of food, very healthy to our bodies. It's a bodybuilding food, so it is a very important resource. So we should not allow dirty water to go into the rivers, into the ocean. Why? Because if you allow dirty water to go into the ocean, what will happen? The dirty water, maybe it has the chemical which can kill the fish in the water. And what will happen if we kill the fish? We'll have no food for us to eat. So now let's remind. We say some resources like forest, soil, animals, water, and fish can get finished. If you fail to take care of, if you misuse these resources, they will get finished. If you keep on cutting the trees, maybe you're using the soil in a wrong way, these resources will come to an end. It will reach a playtime and you don't have any resources in the district. So what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to take care of our resources. We are not supposed to waste our resources. We should use the resources very well. Then we say air and sunlight cannot get finished. These are the only resources which cannot get finished. Remember, we said we have the natural resources. These are the air, the sunlight. These are no one made the hair. So the hair and sunlight cannot get finished. These are the only resources that cannot get finished. Now, let's remind ourselves what we have been doing by answering this exercise together. And we have talked about what are resources. What are resources? And remember, we have said resources are things we need and use them every day. Things we need and use them every day. Number 2, name 4 resources in our district. 4 resources in our district. I've talked about the forest. We have talked about the minerals. We have water and fish. Now, which 2 resources cannot get finished? We have the air. We have air and sunlight. This one cannot get finished. Then name 4 resources that can get finished. We have now the forest. If you misuse the forest, we have soil. We have animals. If you fail to take care of these, they will get finished. Or if you use them wrongly, in a wrong way, they will get finished. So these are the resources. If you don't take care of them, they will get finished. That's the end of our lesson. Thank you for listening.